Exclusive, Anthony Joshua vs Joseph Parker, All Blacks success huge for Kiwis' title hopes. And one thing is for sure, when he faces Anthony Joshua, he does not want to let his country down. Parker, the Auckland-born WBO World Heavyweight Champion, collides with WBA and IBF King Joshua in the spectacular Cardiff venue, where the All Blacks have a perfect record. A perfect 10 in fact. The New Zealand Rugby Union team have won all 10 of their fixtures there since the stadium opened in 1999, but unlike the All Blacks, Parker will arrive in the Welsh capital as a huge 6-1 underdog. On the night, the undefeated 26-year-old will be cheered on by 10 former All Blacks, while New Zealand's former cricket captain Brendan McCullum will also be jetting in to show his support. And as he says, the All Blacks have won 10 out of 10 there, so no pressure, eh? It should be some occasion. It's been a very successful stadium for New Zealand, so it's up to me to continue the winning streak, says Parker. My team and I are fully confident that we have what it takes to keep the record going by beating Joshua. I will have a lot of support. I know the whole stadium will be full of his British fans, but there will be a lot of New Zealanders and Samoans screaming and cheering too. Around 80,000 fans are expected to cram inside the Principality to witness the first clash on British soil between two undefeated world heavyweight champions. It will by far the biggest stage Parker has ever boxed on, and is a far cry from the sort of places where he cut his teeth back home. He says, when you're first starting off, you're basically fighting in pubs. There were always little tournaments upstairs in pubs, and the smoke from the bottom level would find its way up into the second. That was all part of the learning process, and it means that now when it comes to the big stage, I'm more than ready. There was a venue where there was no space, and they jammed up chairs for the people to come and watch. But they put so many chairs in, there was never a walkway for the boxers. We actually had to creep through the chairs. Although Parker is focusing on tangling with one British heavyweight, he is still hoping that Joshua's compatriot Tyson Fury makes a swift return to the division. Parker won the WBO belt after Fury vacated it in October 2016 as he focused on his battle against depression and drug problem. Fury sends regular messages of support to Parker in his training camp here in Henderson, Nevada, and the New Zealand puncher has not forgotten the role the Morecambe man played in his title triumph. He's the reason I got the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight title in the first place, said Parker, who beat Fury's cousin Kiwi on points in Manchester last September. Tyson defeated the Vladimir Klitschko that nobody could defeat. He opened the door for us because it was locked into Klitschko for a long time. There is something missing without Tyson, and once he's back, the division will be on a different level. People get the wrong end of the stick with Tyson Fury. Everyone in the world makes mistakes and goes through hard times, but he's a great person. We know the real him, and that's why we are close to him. Parker went from prodigal son to adopted son when he left New Zealand for suburban Las Vegas 5 years ago. Now he says his decision to live in the ground floor bedroom at his trainer Kevin Barry's family home will pay off in Cardiff. Parker was the 5-0 rising star of Kiwi boxing when he moved in with Barry here in Henderson, Nevada back in 2013, and he has since improved to 24-0 and clinched the WBO heavyweight title too. Their union has also paved the way to the unification superfight with Joshua on March 31st, which is set to net the New Zealand star around £7 million. Parker leaves his high school sweetheart Lane and their young daughter Elizabeth behind for every camp, but believes that setting up shop 10 miles east of Sin City has been the secret to his success inside the ring. He said, "Me and Kev are in tune with each other every day, the relationship is strong. That's totally a result of the arrangement we have where I am the adopted son and the favorite son. Imagine if I was living in a hotel, it just wouldn't work. I wouldn't have that relationship." Instead, he has been taken in by Barry and his wife Tanya, the former Olympic gymnast who runs the house and is in charge of Parker's meals. The 26-year-old is on a strict diet in order to shed fat ahead of his showdown with IBF and WBA champ Joshua, who famously labeled Parker the king of buys. He added, "When I'm in New Zealand for a long time I feel like I don't have structure and I need that. The way it is set up here means we don't cut any corners with diet or training, and you will see the results of that when I step on the scales in Cardiff."